Does your dog love you? Hi, I'm Vijay Shankar Sharma. If you are a pet owner, do watch till the end to learn a secret about you and your pet. So, our question for today is, does your dog love you? I'm sure you are wondering, what kind of a question is this? Who thinks about his dog loving him? Why should I care if my dog loves me? Dogs are so loving. But now let me ask you, how do you know that? Dogs do not love everyone. They bark at people and they bite people. Now you may say that the dog loves its master and the thing that the master loves. You could be right, although I never heard a master and lover relationship. But my question stays, how do you know? The dog never tells you so. You often do not believe other people when they say they love you. So how do you know the dog truly loves you? Not barking at you or biting you may just be a trade-off that the dog makes for getting food and shelter from you. Now you must be thinking hard. I think you are going to say that the dog wags its tail in front of you, tries to jump on you or lick your face and never tries to bite you. Well, you may be right, but would you think the same if other animals or persons did the same thing? And who is allowing the dog to do those things? It is you, right? Moreover, if you can allow the dog to love you, why can't you allow other people to love you too? And how did you actually allow the dog to love you? And once again, does the dog really love you? Okay, enough confusion. Let us try to find the answers. Question: does your dog love you? Answer: we cannot be 100% sure until the dog talks. What I can say for sure is that your dog displays all signs of someone who deeply loves another. Question: do you love your dog? Answer: you already know. You do love your dog a lot. But what you do not know is that your love for your dog is even more than your love for someone very close to you. And that is the secret I will reveal later. I will describe below the parameters that determine the intensity of love or other emotions in every intelligent being. If you understand them, you will understand everything about emotions. These and many more topics are covered in my unified theory of emotions. It identifies 3 simple parameters that are responsible for every kind of human emotion towards anyone or anything. Question: what determines one's love for another? Are there any fixed parameters? Answer: yes, there are. There are 3 things that determine every kind of emotion, whether it is love, hate, like, dislike, etc. And they are: 1. Physical or mental efforts, called trouble, blame or thankfulness towards the other person, animal or thing. For the physical or mental efforts, it is called blame or thankfulness. And 3. Physical proximity, called PPP or potential physical proximity. Here, physical or mental efforts and physical proximity can be in the past, present, or expected in the future. But blame or thankfulness of a specific time only is considered. Now listen carefully and make a note. If there are no physical or mental efforts for someone, then you do not love or hate. If there are physical or mental efforts, you can either love or hate. The closer you are physically to the other person, pet or thing, the more you love or hate. So as you can see, both these parameters work equally for love and hate. The only thing that decides whether you will love or hate is your mental belief. If you blame, do not blame, or are thankful to the other person, pet or thing for your physical and mental efforts for them. When do you love? Assuming that you make physical and mental efforts. If you do not blame, you like or love. If you are thankful, you like and love more. If your physical and mental efforts are more, you like or love more. If you are physically closer, you like or love more. When do you hate? Assuming that you make physical and mental efforts. If you blame, then you hate. If you blame more, then you hate more. If your physical and mental efforts are more, your dislike or hate is more. If you are physically closer, you dislike or hate more. Test of the theory. I call my theory the unified theory of emotions. Take the above rules and apply them to anyone to see if they work. You can consider any human, pet, object, spirit like God or country, or cause like save the environment, help the poor, etc. I am sure you will find that these rules work every single time perfectly. Your relationship with your dog. Now let us come back to whether your dog loves you and you love your dog. The chances are that you make a lot of physical and mental efforts for your dog. The chances are that you do not blame the dog for your efforts. Instead, you may be thankful to your dog a lot. This will be particularly true if you allow your dog to jump in with you on the sofa or bed and allow it to lick your face. The chances are that your dog is physically very close to you. In fact, the dog is physically closer than any of your best friends and any of your siblings. The dog is just behind your spouse and your mother in terms of physical closeness, considering all other living beings. Here is the secret I promised to reveal. You love your dog more than your best human friend. This is particularly true if the dog is small and has 5 years or more to live. Make sure that your best friend does not watch this video, or your best friend is also a small pet owner, so neither can blame the other for loving the dog more. Does the dog love you? Once again, it is very likely that the dog loves you, but what is certain is that you love your dog much more. The dog definitely does not blame you and may be thankful to you. It is also as physically close to you as you are to it. But we do not know if the dog makes as much physical and mental efforts for you as you make for the dog. Certainly, if you have a dog who does not want to play with you and expects you to bring all the food to it, then it just thinks of you as a servant. If that described your dog, I'm sorry for breaking it to you. So that is your answer. I hope you understood about the emotions and got to know your dog better. In the next video, I will reveal how and why is dog one of the most intelligent, evolved life forms on earth. My upcoming and updated book on Trouble and Blame, or TAB, Unified Theory of Emotions, has a lot more. It gives you a way to understand and control your own emotions and influence others' emotions for you. You will be able to apply the theory in your personal life, relationships, and every work situation. If you are interested in the book when it comes out, check the description for details. Thanks for your time. Do share the video and subscribe the channel.